Hello, this is Sarah Brash. Welcome back to my channel. So I just want to do a quick introductory video for my Patreon video, and I'll post the link to my Patreon below. And I'll also post links to my fundraising sites, and I will also post links to my blog posts that are on this topic. So I just want to do a quick introductory video about how Twitter and Jack Dorsey love the woke KKK. And so I don't know how much I spoke about it in the last introductory video, but I will just give, so people aren't confused. When I use the term woke KKK, I'm not using hate speech. I'm not inciting violence. I'm not attacking a group of people based on race or ethnicity or nationality or religion or anything. What I'm describing is a phenomenon that's happening that is basically cancel culture and trial by Twitter. The woke KKK employ cancel culture and trial by Twitter. That's what it is. So I will just explain very quickly my definition. So the woke KKK is anyone who embraces cancel culture and trial by Twitter to form extrajudicial vigilante mobs, especially on social media, of course. And they target private citizen nobodies, especially the vulnerable, and especially white women, because they are motivated by racial animus, just like the KKK were. But in the case of the woke KKK, they're motivated by racial animus towards white women. And they particularly target private citizen nobodies without resources to fight back. And what they're doing is that they are imposing upon these private citizen nobodies grossly disproportionate and immediate and unjust sentences of social death or suicide for alleged and non-crimes of unwokeness. And by social death, I mean, actually waging campaigns to get someone fired, disbarred, expelled, just ruined, their reputation ruined, their livelihood ruined, their career ruined, so that they end up starving to death on the street, so that they end up committing suicide anyway. But you just make them a social pariah, social leper, and a social outcast. So this is what I mean by social death, and this is what's happening to me right now in a huge way on Twitter, and in particular, and Jack Dorsey and Twitter love it, and they love it so much because they want to see me destroyed. They have not sanctioned or disciplined a single blue checkmark public figure who tried repeatedly to drive me to suicide on Twitter. They love it because I have been exposing, because they hate me, and they want me silenced, because I have been exposing their blue checkmark public figures who participated in the witch hunt at Yale as the lying bigots and frauds that they are. Okay, so I don't want this video. This is an introductory video, so I speak at length on this topic in my Patreon video. So please follow the link to my Patreon, and I talk about specifically how these are absolutely campaigns to drive me in particular to suicide, and obviously the other victims of cancel culture and trial by Twitter. These were attempts to drive them to suicide, and how it's asinine, and it's evil, and it's vile, and it's dastardly for people to pretend like that isn't what they're trying to accomplish, because it is. We know this is what happens. Just like Anne Applebaum said in her The Atlantic piece, that suicides are an obvious result of cancel culture and trial by Twitter without due process. We know this. The suicides are racking up, they're stacking up. We know this. The dead bodies are stacking up. Austin Hines, Caroline Flack, David Bucci, Mike Adams, Alec Halauka, all of the suicides are stacking up. So this is what this video is about, and how what Jack Dorsey and Twitter are allowing to happen to me, in particular right now, after, and this, most of this is the result of Richard Painter waging a now almost 2-month campaign to drive me to suicide and destroy me. And so all of this is what he has incited. And I would say that the relentless attacks and campaigns against me right now, that are taking an enormous physical and psychological toll on me. I'm struggling for my very survival, and I can't deal with this right now. I'm struggling for my very survival. And I would say that it's at the same level, if not even worse, than it was in May 2020, May 25th, 2020, after George Floyd's killing, when everything just exploded again. And now it's exploding all over again now. And most of it is the fault of Richard Painter, former White House ethics lawyer, if you can believe it, who's been relentlessly and viciously attacking me for the past 2 months. Over almost 3.5-year-old non-crime and non-event at Yale, the Living or Napping While Black hate crime hoax at Yale. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up, but I will have links to everything below. I love you all so much. Please donate to my legal fund and my living expenses fund, and please support me. And I love you all so much. Please read my blog posts, subscribe to my Patreon, and I love you all so much. Have a great night.